Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. Did you want me to step out, or did you guys want to come in?
No, you can step out here.
Okay, you come in. You want to?
Step out here. That's fine.
Okay. Hello. Okay. I prefer to come in. Can you come in? Because I don't want all the neighbors and everything.
451, is there a field supervisor that can give you a
Can you
call?
come in?
Are you gonna record or are you gonna talk?
I'm recording. But can you come in? Because I don't want all the motion. Okay. Okay, can I get you started by getting your badge numbers?
I've already given you my badge. M. Skinner, 848.
Okay.
D. Terry 11644.
And your name?
Allison 11589.
Okay, so I want education on
Can you turn
stalking.
around and put it on you and put your name on it as well?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kiana Clark. I don't know why you want me to be on it.
I don't know why you want us on it, but go ahead.
I don't know why I get mistreated trying to report stalking and I'm a victim.
We came
Of
up here,
DV.
So we're trying to get your story. What's your story?
Yeah. So as I was communicated a lot that I've experienced, I don't know why police mistreat me routinely. So, like I said, that I had the experience in Itasca, and multiple different agencies that I've tried to report the stalking to don't want me reporting it for some reason. So, did you document what I told you earlier, or do I have to go over that again?
I have new officers here with me, so I spoke with you on the phone.
Okay. Well, I could tell you, he would put in the YouTube chats, and I actually saw him stalking in Itasca. And he would.
Like I told you when we talked, I can only deal with what happened in Dallas.
I don't think that you'd have an accurate idea of what's going on if I can't communicate what I've experienced, the whole overall ordeal.
Okay.
So you would need education of my overall experience to have an adequate idea of my experience.
Okay.
So it's happened all over.
Okay.
So in Tyler, they gave me a criminal trespass, so I couldn't report the stalking and experience that I had. And police
Criminal trespass and
at the
what?
police department.
A criminal trespass and what? Oh, from the police.
Yeah, so I couldn't report crimes.
Okay.
I was trying to get housing in Tyler,
Okay.
and they interrupted there. They interrupted at alcohol calling. They interrupted at a church.
Okay.
They interrupted at CPS.
Okay.
So multiple different locations the police have been interrupting. They interrupted at hotel stays. They interrupted me at bus stops. They interrupted me at restaurants. They interrupted me riding the bus.
What has Dallas PD interrupted?
I was trying to report child abuse, and they detained me on false pretenses in June. And they threatened they said cover for the abuser and cover up for crimes that happened to me. I had a gun pulled on me. I had multiple assaults they wouldn't take. I was drug out of a church trying to beg for my life.
Mm-hmm. This was all in Dallas?
Yes, I was on. Boys were threatening me on a bus, on a train. The train driver covered for it and let the boys out. The police wouldn't take the report.
That would have to deal with DART PD.
Yeah, they arrested me at DART for trying to report the abuse I experienced on DART.
Okay.
So I believe that because I went in Itasca, when I tried to report the crimes and saw him stalking, it was ignored.
Who is him?
Jason Gardner of Vivid Images. He had a way that
Vivid Images. What's that word?
that's his business.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I come out and I report these things, it's more like intimidation and bullying instead of police. So do you have a legitimate interest in protecting me and making sure that I'm safe?
We're here.
Well, I just want to make sure that I can report crimes without the police intervening.
If
And
you have a crime, we'll report it.
okay, so why do you think that they lied on me? Multiple parties lied on me in Itasca.
I can only deal with what happened in Dallas. Do you have an offense that you need us to report that has happened here in Dallas today?
Yes,
If not, then we'll leave.
I tried to report the stalking
What
and
stalking? Tell me about the stalking.
okay, in Itasca, I saw him stalking me.
In Dallas.
Okay, he's abusing government resources.
How do you know?
Well, how did the police come in and interrupt CPS? How did they interrupt in our calling? How did they interrupt at the church?
You have to deal with CPS. You have to deal with whatever happened at the church. You told me something about your bank card. You need to deal with the bank with your bank card.
Well, they wouldn't I don't know why my bank that I banked at for years, over 15 years, would deny me to have my funds.
You have to ask the bank.
Well, I would try to report it to the police and they wouldn't take it. Why wouldn't they also?
Police issue.
If someone is bribing my bank and had my bank not give me my funds, I thought that would be that tamper would ever.
You and your bank, and if the bank says you need to.
If he is behind why the bank and the police department.
How do you know he's behind it, man?
Because all this chaos ended when I ended the way that.
Can you give me concrete evidence that says it's him?
Well, why won't you do an investigation? Why do you guys keep tampering with evidence and lying in reports? Why the stalking and the multiple incidents
How is he
crazy
stalking you, man?
through government entities and
How's he
making?
doing that, man?
I mean, sir, I don't know what I mean, that's your job to find out. If you're going to keep tampering with evidence and lying in reports, isn't that a crime? Isn't that a felony?
If it's happening, but I don't see where it's happening at.
Well, you won't do an investigation. Why did they police lie on me in Itasca? When I ended.
I can't tell you anything about a task. I can only tell you.
Well, yeah, I'm giving you a lot of evidence on stalking and how I've been harassed, and you're tampering with evidence and not taking it, which is a felony.
I haven't heard anything about you being stalked or harassed.
Well, why would they not give me my funds from the bank? Why would they not let me report the identity theft I had?
I have no idea.
Why would they not let me report the crimes going on with the child attorney general, how I had missing funds?
You need to talk with the attorney general on that.
Well, I think he's behind it. So what kind of, if this,
you don't have, you're not giving us any concrete evidence to say he's behind it, whoever he is.
okay, well, why is his name not put in the reports?
I don't know. What reports? That's what I'm saying.
They keep denying reports and they wouldn't take police.
What police?
I just left South Central Patrol and they wouldn't do a report. Multiple police will not take the stalking and tamper with evidence and not report the stalking and contribute to the abuse.
That's on another channels. I don't know what they do.
Well, you're doing it today. I'm reporting it today and you're giving me a hard time about reporting abuse.
You haven't given me anything to report.
I've given you a lot of evidence. My bank not giving me the money. Why would they not give me the money? What happened? Why won't you guys take the reports of that?
You have to discuss that with your bank now. Do you have money in your bank?
Well, they made me close the account because I eventually I wrote down everything I spoke with them. I was only writing in paper so I would have evidence what they were doing and trying to keep me from getting my money. And they eventually gave me my money a month later and made me close the account and threw the money at me in my face. I did, but they threw the money in my face. When I tried to give them, they didn't want to give me my money at first. They were scheming, so I wouldn't give me my money.
You got it, and the account is closed.
Right, but I don't know how someone could talk my bank into not giving me my funds and why police deny investigation for that and tamper with evidence and deny investigation for the identity theft for years and cover for crimes.
Can you tell me anything about some stalking? We're here for stalking. What do you have?
Well, the other crimes that I've reported being railroaded.
Can you tell me anything about stalking? If you can't tell me anything about stalking, we'll be done here today.
Okay, are you tampering with evidence?
Do you have anything about stalking?
So what are the crimes that I've reported? What kind of crimes are those? I just want education. You said that you give me that and not tamper with evidence and my rights.
I don't know
my rights.
Tamper with evidence you're talking about, man.
Okay, so if all of that went on, what rights do I have, if any?
You gave you your money and you close your account, so you have no more dealings with the bank.
So okay. I can consistently continue to get railroaded and denied law enforcement and nothing can. Okay, so with all that chaos going on, what can be done?
What chaos?
I reported to you.
No, sir.
I'm trying to figure out how we can help. I called you, we came here. You telling me about a bank account that's closed, you got your money. You're telling me about something in Itasca. You're telling me about Tyler. You told me nothing about Dallas PD.
Well, tampering with evidence is a felony and denying law enforcement is a crime, and you guys have been doing it for a long time.
You haven't given me any evidence to file a report.
And then consistently have bullies come out and try to intimidate me and enforce criminal activity. I don't know how long you guys are going to keep getting away with it. I don't think it's funny. I think it's sick.
Who's laughing?
Well, you're mistreating me. After all the horrible experience I've had, I shouldn't be treated like this. So what do I do if I think he's behind it and police deny me law enforcement and bully me and violate me when they come?
Once you give police concrete evidence and it meets the elements of an offense, we'll file that report. But at this time, you don't have anything, man. So I
haven't had any for years, and this is a crime. So are you refusing to give me a report number for the stalking?
No, we can give you an incident number. You can give an incident number. You got that,
So why do you think the police interrupted me trying to report? I had
your incident number, ma'am.
Oh, you already had it written out. So why do you think the police interrupted me at AT&T and won't let me report the crimes with my phone?
I can't tell you anything about that, man. That's AT&T. That's between you and AT&T.
That was the Dallas police that interrupted me. If I'm not getting stopped.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can only deal with what you have here today. Anything else for us? She's giving you an incident report.
No, I just hope people get their sentences pretty soon. This has went on long enough, and I think it's sick. Oh. I do. And I think for you guys to consistently abuse your power, try to intimidate me and cover for crimes.
If you have any additional information to report about the stalking, when you call 911, reference that incident number so they know what happened previously. All right. Have a
Okay.
good weekend.